All right, CAA fans, another MLB Draft Combine recap. This one here with our CAA Pitcher of the Year, UNCW right-hander Zane Taylor. Zane, thanks for taking the time. I know it's
Thank
been
you.
a pretty wild last few weeks after, your season came to an end, now preparing for the MLB Draft. When did you find out that you were going to be invited to the Combine?
So it was kind of later towards the end. I know we were kind of waiting on it, seeing if I'd get in or not. So I know they sent out the last group of invites. I want to say just after like our conference tournament, almost maybe a week after. So just about then, kind of just waiting around, betting if I would get in or not, and I got in. So it was sick to see the email come through, just saying I got invited and everything. So, but yeah.
When you look at what this combine means, and it really is a pretty distinct parallel. You have some high school kids, you have older guys like yourself, seniors in college. What were your expectations when going down to Arizona?
I definitely knew one just from the baseball aspect. Like I definitely knew I was going to see a lot of kids that were really talented, and I mean I did a lot of big names out there too. It was impressive to see a lot of kids just from all over the country and like high schoolers and other college kids that I've never seen before, and kids that like I'll see all over TV. But no, it was impressive just to see all these kids.
Now that you've had a few weeks to maybe reflect on what this year meant for you to continue your career and try to play professionally, uh, how proud are you of the development that you had in building off your first 3 years to then? I feel like it's almost every few days I'm seeing you on a different All America list. So obviously you're getting that national attention. How has this year really been for you?
I mean, it's almost unbelievable. There's no words to really describe it. I mean, just from the first 3 years, I had not really a ton of attention, but, like, it was just very average good seasons in my mind, but this year it was just I really there are no words to it. I mean, it's done a lot for me in the sense of baseball and getting drafted, so it's been good on my end, and I know it was really good with the team, and I couldn't say anything else about it.
So you get down to Chase Field. What were your first few days? How did you prepare? What drills did you go through from the pitching perspective?
So, it was funny, I got in late, a lot of delayed flights, so that was one on its own. Getting there at 1 in the morning, it was still like 100 degrees out, so that that was new all in itself. But first few days were kind of relaxed. I had some meetings with teams, and then Tuesday, my second day there, I threw my on-field bullpen. But other than that, it's kind of they had stuff scheduled for us for breakfast and stuff. So a lot of it was just taking time out of my day to make sure I was focused on what I need to do when I had to get to the field, and either that be like the bullpen or that was about it. They kinda just did some medical stuff, but a lot of it was focusing on that bullpen on Tuesday.
And then that bullpen on Tuesday crunched a lot of the numbers. You had the highest average fastball at 97.3, got up to almost 98 there
Yeah.
at the gun. How happy were you with your performance? Then also showing not just that fastball that has been highly publicized, but then also your off speed pitches.
I mean, during the bullpen, I refuse to kinda look at all the numbers on the screen. I think it's just kind of a thing on its own, but, no, it was really good. I think a lot of adrenaline definitely took over just because normally that's not my average velo, but it definitely played up there and by far the best mound I've ever been on too. So I think just that whole experience and being there in front of everyone, everything just played up even more.
And it might have been when you were on the mound, but was there a time during that entire experience where you just had to look around to really tell yourself, like, I can't believe that this is happening right now?
Yeah, so I tried not to do that on the mound just because I didn't wanna start, like, overthinking or anything or almost getting too joyful out there, but, no, when I was warming up in the outfield before the bullpen, just taking time in between every throw, kinda just looking around, and in between, like, times when I had to just walk around the field and kind of explore the field, I mean, I got to look around everywhere, and it was just I have pictures and stuff of the entire field, so it's something I can look back at and just be like, "Wow."
When you were meeting with those teams, what was that dialogue like? Was it building off what you did at UNCW, things that they still want to see you work on? What were some of those conversations?
So a lot of it, yeah, is about from like the prior season. They'll ask about just like who I am also off the field because baseball is definitely a big part of it. But these teams are also wondering like who they're getting as a person, what kind of person you are off the field, and like who your friends are, what your hobbies are. a lot of just trying to get to know you. It's very formal and like interview type.
And I know that you just had a recent birthday too. So on the older side now in terms of draft, because most of these teams they want to draft guys at 18
Yeah.
years old. What how could you like sell yourself, I guess you can say, to say, hey, even though I'm on the quote unquote older side, even though you're 23 years old, that you're still not a finished product, that there's still so much more that you have left to give.
So this season definitely helped one on its own, just numbers and I guess the baseball. But no, definitely just trying to be personable, be myself. I mean, I just try and talk as much as I can and lead the conversation, but it's kind of just be I don't know, be yourself is the big thing, just having a smile on your face and be someone that they would want to take in on their team.
So there's only a few more weeks until the MLB draft in the middle of July during All-Star weekend. What does your schedule look like? Is it still meeting with teams or are you just training on your own?
Kinda little of all 3. I still have some meetings here and there, not as much, but, going to Tanner Thatch's wedding, that's gonna be fun, that's huge. So that's I think tomorrow's Thursday, so tomorrow's Tanner Thatch's wedding.
That's
Going to
awesome.
that with some of the guys on the team, and then working here at Wilmington. We're working baseball camps right now, so getting to hang out with guys on the team and then all the kids that showing up to camp, and I mean, it's hot out there, don't get me wrong, but it's fun being out there with them, and then just lifting, throwing, getting what I need done.
What a wild time for Tanner. He was also down there in
He was.
Arizona. Now he's, preparing for the draft, getting married.
Yeah.
Perfect time for him.
He's got a lot on his plate, but I know he's excited himself.
Well, Zane, thank you for taking the time today. We really appreciate it. Good luck
No, thank
moving
you.
forward, and we can't just wait to see what team ends up selecting you.
Alright, well, thank you.